Good morning, my geometrically minded minions. Well, welcome to the beginning of geometry. Well, it's officially begun. It's time for us to actually delve into the world of geometry and actually get some things accomplished. So, as I said, welcome to geometry. My first question posed to you is, what did the acorn say when he grew up? What did the acorn say when he grew up? Think about it for a minute, try to figure it out. The answer, he said, gee, I'm a tree. Well, welcome to grown-up acorns. Okay, so as we look at this, the course geometry, we talk about this. Um, what is geometry? Well, geometry made up of two parts. Geo, this means earth. This means world. Okay, so geo means earth. It means sphere. Metry, the second part. This means measure. So literally speaking, we are looking at the measure of the world, the measure of the earth. That's what geometry is all about. Okay, so it's all about the measure of the earth, the measure of the world. So that's what we're dealing with. All right, so what are the building blocks of geometry? There's a couple of them. So first of all, we have points. Those are the most basic elements. And yes, building blocks, it sounds like we're talking about science, and that's exactly it. Everything about geometry builds on these first three things. So we have points. The next thing, a collection of points. A collection of points, we say, whoa, guess I need to go with two first. Man, it's early in the morning. Lines, that's a collection of points. And finally, the third one are planes. So points, lines, and planes. Those are the three building blocks of geometry, the three things that everything else is based upon. So that's what we use to build it all on. So let's look at these points. First of all, a point. It is a single unit in space. Okay, it's a single unit slash location in space. Now, because it's a single unit, a single location in space, it has no length or width. It has no length or width. It's simply a spot. It's a location, okay? So it's a dot right here. It is zero dimensional, okay? It does not have length, it does not have width. It is a 0D figure, a zero dimensional figure. So if we look at a point, this one right here, and we name a point by a capital letter, it is named by a capital letter. Named by capital letters. Okay, so this would be point A. This would be point X. Okay, so as we look at that, so there's the basic building block. Now, the next thing is a line. Okay, a line. Well, lines, it's a collection of points. Whoa, have no idea what that was and that crazy thing coming back there. Okay, let's see if we can get that, make it go away. It's a collection of points in a straight direction. Okay, in a straight direction. Lines are straight. Okay, you cannot have a curved line. A curve is a curve, a line is a line. So it's a collection of points in a straight direction. Okay, it is never ending. Okay, so it is never ending. Lines go on forever, even though it may look like it. If it's a line, it has no beginning, it has no end. So if we were to look at this line right here, even though I may not see it, it is a collection. There's a point right there, and 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 everywhere in between. And we may not name all of them, we may not see all of them, but that's what a line is made up of. And it keeps going. I mean, just because I have arrows right here on it doesn't mean that it stops right there. And I can have some of these maybe named up here. Okay, so I've got A, B, and D. Those are three of the points that are named on there. We don't name every point on it, but it's named by two capital letters, 2 points, or an italic letter. An italic letter. Okay? So when we look at these and we look at them, it's going to be named. So this one right here, this may be called line AB. And the symbol, we put a line symbol, which is a bar with two arrows on it. We could call it line AB. We could also call it line AD, because it doesn't matter which 2 points we pick, because a line goes on forever. Could we call it BD? Sure. Could we call it BA? Absolutely. We simply use two. Now, when I say an italic letter, sometimes you'll see a line. You might say, oh, this is line P or line L, and usually that's out here by the side of it. Every once in a while that'll happen if they don't name it by the points. So there's a line. It's a collection of points in a straight direction. It's never ending. Okay, it never stops. It is one-dimensional. Why? Because it simply has length. Because it's a collection of points. It doesn't have any width, but they keep going in direction, so we have one direction. So there we go. So there's a line. Now, a plane. This is, ooh, not an A, L. This is a collection of lines and points. Okay, let me back up for just a second and let's go ahead and say this. On lines, by the way, in order to make a line, okay, it takes a minimum of 2 points to make a line. Why? Because you have to have 1 point, and then you've got to have a direction that you're going. So it takes a minimum of 2 points to make that. For a plane, it takes a minimum of 1 point and 1 line. That's the minimum qualifications to have a plane. Why? Because a plane is two-dimensional. And if you just have a point, well, a point is no dimensional. That doesn't help us. A line is one-dimensional. If we have a plane, and usually a plane is represented by some sort of quadrilateral figure. So this right here, maybe we'll call this plane R. Okay, usually it's named by some sort of funny shaped letter, or usually it's got some funny shaped letter in the corner. It's usually a double print letter, something like that. But it's made up of lines. Okay, so we've got line here, and we'll call this line OG, and we'll put point M out here. Okay, so this plane, it has a point and it has a line. There you go. It's two-dimensional. It not only has, realize here, this gives us length. Okay, we've got a line going in one direction. We've got length, but now because we have this point, suddenly it goes width. We gain that second dimension. So plane is a collection of lines and points, so it's a two-dimensional figure. Everything exists on a plane. Your desktop is a plane. The ceiling is a plane. The walls are a plane. So when we look at that, that's what happens. Now, can two planes intersect? Sure, that can happen. Can a line go through a plane? Yes, we could have a line through a plane. For example, not all lines are going to go on planes. We could have this line, and it goes right here, and suddenly I'll do that dashed line to see that it went through it and goes out. So this is like me sticking a pencil through a sheet of paper, okay? That right there would happen. And here's point X, and I don't know, we'll put point R up here. Maybe this is plane A. So in plane A, where does it intersect plane A? Well, at point X. Is R on plane A? No, R is somewhere up in the space, up in the middle of the sky. So it's kind of like a flagpole sitting on the side of the road. Is all the flagpole touching the earth? No, just the one place. It goes through it. So there we go. All right, now there's some other minor things. Lines are made up of line segments, okay? A line segment. This is a part of a line. It has a beginning and an end. And an end. It doesn't have a specific direction. For example, let me give you this right here. All right, so if you looked at this, the first thing you should notice is we have a line AC, okay? We have line AC, and I could show it like this right here. So we have line AC, but we also have a segment AC, and it's the 2 points, the 2 capital letters, and we put the bar. Why? Because it has an ending. This segment, it's this part right here, this segment AC says it starts at A, goes to C, and it stops. It's a part of a line. Every line has line segments, has lots of them. It's simply a part of a line, okay? Is it one-dimensional or two-dimensional? Yes, it's one-dimensional. It just has length. It doesn't have any width. So a line segment, you write it with two uppercase letters, and we show it as a bar. It has a beginning. It has an end. Okay, so it's a line segment. It's a part of a line. Now, the last one we're going to talk about is array. Array, okay? This is a part of a line with a single endpoint. With a single endpoint. What do I mean by that? I mean it starts in one place and then it goes forever. So it's a part of a line. So if we look at, we were looking at AC before, okay. So let me go with line AC here again. So here we go. There's A, there's C, same line we've been using. If we look at line AC here, so we know we have line AC. There's our arrowheads on there. Okay, we know that we also have a segment AC from A to C, starts right there. But we also have two rays, okay? So we've got the ray that starts at A, goes towards C, and keeps going, and that's our symbol for it, okay? Notice it looks very much like our line symbol right here, but here it says it starts at A, goes towards C, and keeps going. Well, we also have, that means it starts right here, goes this direction forever. That's the ray. Well, we've got another ray up there. Do you know what it is? Yes, it's CA. That means it starts at C, goes toward A, and keeps going. So there's another ray right there. We've got ray CA. Now, when we name rays, we use 2 points as well. Notice the two uppercase letters. We need a starting point, and then we need a direction. All right? So here we go. The basic building blocks of geometry. This is it. Welcome to geometry. Nice and slow, not too difficult, a lot of terminology. We'll work on this stuff in class. All right, have a great day.